Wow. Oh. Where is everybody? What's going on here? 5 minutes, no one's here. Ah, right, fine. Class is about ready to start. And Beth, you're the only one here. What is going on?
That is
Sandy,
yay, Cindy. Beth's here, quiet as usual, but I'm here.
there we
I'm
go.
learning.
Hello, everyone. Good morning.
I'm here as
Boy.
always.
Thanks, Beth. I was going, wow, what happened? I'm going to be painting for one person here.
Yeah, well, you got Cindy, so cool.
Yeah, Cindy's always good. You can count on Cindy always.
And I'm surprised. I was glad we got a puppy dog in here. I was tired of snow. I just had to shovel this morning. So it was like, screw this. I don't want to paint snow. I'm hating the white stuff.
Oh, you're from, you came from Hawaii, right?
Yeah, and we moved to New York. Go figure.
Are you guys thinking about back?
What's that? Nah, I love it here. I mean, it's just different. You know, you just have to get into the groove of snow and everything.
Yeah. I understand.
No, I've learned so much from you. I mean, it's just like just mixing the colors, and I'm not painting because I didn't actually buy the oil paint because that's a lot of money. So from a garage sale, I got a whole bunch of acrylic paints, which are not the same, but I can just do all this stuff and mixing. I sort of get the concept, and I'm not wasting all kinds of money at this point. So yeah.
Don't worry, you won't. Yeah, well, keep those garage sales going. I think you'll sooner or later you will run into somebody who has
some oil paint. Somebody who wanted to do it and then went, no, this is way too much work.
Yeah. Yeah, acrylics are interesting. You just sometimes to get them to work like not to dry so fast, you got to use an inhibitor or a drying inhibitor medium in there, so you can work with it longer.
Yeah, but, I mean, oils are so much way more better in a Hawaii language, mo better, big time. But I just thought, why I'm messing around here. I mean, I put out big gobs of paints, and I sort of get the concept of mixing the paint and stuff like that without worrying about, losing it all. And so,
right.
Yeah, it's learning. So I can be really rough with everything right now. So.
Right. Yeah, it is learning. We're not looking for masterpieces. Well, we always are looking for masterpieces, but we can't expect them. It is one of the things, the more you do it, the better you get.
Right.
And I'm one of those people who's very, you give me just a little bit of gratification, I'll just keep going,
Okay, so here's your gratification. Yay, I've learned so much from you.
Thanks, Beth. Thank you. Well, all right. Well,
okay, I'm gonna move out here. Yeah, because
all right.
I might yak too much, but I like everybody else who yaks. All your usual people who are comment and
don't worry.
I want to ask.
Yeah, don't worry about the yakking. We love it. We just, that's why we're here. We're trying to still get, hear from our friends and everything as we paint and talk a little bit and keep it light and loose. And you're fine. You're fine. You're just a newbie.
Big time. Yeah, and I should have taken a beginning class because everybody else is way ahead of me. But I'm learning. I grasp what I can learn, and yeah. So.
All right. Well, I was asked to do a very beginning class too. So maybe I'll do a couple. Couple classes that are very beginning on paint and everything else to mixing to things a little bit like that.
But I think
everybody finally woke up. My God, you guys are so late. You guys are like been waiting and waiting for you. I don't have a watch. Anyway, I'll just go through last week's painting a little bit. You guys, a lot of really good ones. Yeah, image looked very easy to me to do, but when you start getting into, you know, the dynamics of it, of light and shadow and getting the colors into the light without being gaudy and trying to keep not use too much white, that took a lot longer. I must say there was a lot more bright pinks back in here than I was thinking with you guys. So some of these highlights back in here, to get them to really pop, they were just they were alizarin and white. So that's what really kind of pops here. And then you got the yellow whites that come forward a little bit more, but the more subdued ones over here are more on the red side too. So, you know, you look for that a little bit when you're paintings, when you get to it again, or if you look at it again. But today, you know, I'm finishing off my dog of a week paintings today, and thought we'd finish up on something a little different than my, you know, I've been doing portraits for the last 2 days, dog portraits. Well, yesterday was more of a water scene too, but this one I wanted to do for a while. And we're going to attack it. It's going to be kind of interesting because we're going to attack it a little bit different than you normally would. Because look at the photo is it's just a little goofier than normal and stuff. It is, you know, it's really heavily backlit. Let me pull it up. See if I can pull it up.
Which one of your pups, Jim?
This is Fenrir. My
Hi,
buddy
Fen.
Fenrir. Yeah, Fen's a good boy. He's our athletic one. Yeah, he was funny when we got him as a pup and we brought him in, and Bjorn just would not leave him alone. Bjorn just was so excited, just loved this guy right off the bat. And they've been best friends forever right now. Well, for their ever. So it's great to see them play together. This one, yeah, this is right over here on Salt Creek, not too far from the house here, over on in the bike trail. And these guys, every once in a while, we can get down there and they can go play. What I loved about this was this kind of stuff right in here. This really dark, rich color right here. You can see the yellows. You can see the backlit. You got this beautiful blue right there, right by him against his gold. But then it kind of meanders into green, and then works into dark red purples, you know, into here. And then it moves into blues. So that's, you know, that's what I really liked. I thought that was really cool. Also, about Fanya, the whole scene. This painting is going to be more about taking away paint than putting it on, or putting it on and knowing that you're going to take it off. So this is what we're going to be looking at. Of course, you know, we're going to paint him pretty quickly. I want to keep him very impressionistic. You know, basic colors, just a little bit of highlight, you know, for now, maybe not too heavily into his face. But I want to look at this stuff, you know, the beating heart of this thing. And to get this effect, this is like almost like an oil wash effect. You will need to be able to take off paint a few different ways. But we'll also have to know that you are going to take it off, but it's going to stain the canvas. So you want to find like these yellows first, get those in underneath before you take out these guys, take out the bright, you know, take out the whites. Basically it's an oil wash we're going to be working with today, doing a little interesting thing. And even back in here, you know, how we handle that little by little, it's almost like a star thing. That's going to be pretty cool. Over here, yeah, it's going to be a little different. Yeah, you might have to paint some things, but that mark there, those marks right there, that is definitely a takeaway paint. You can definitely, if you paint a lot, get a lot of blue greens and purples behind him, that when you pull it off the canvas, you're going to get that look. And definitely want to show you guys that, you know. And then, you know, of course, you're going to have to come back and if you hit these highlights on his back and the one underneath and the tail and the ear and then maybe in the chest. And then really one of the cool things people like are being able to see these things, these like a foot or something in the water, really helps with the transparency of the water and get that across really nicely. So yeah, very cools against warms. I just love to see this spot and this spot back here, these really warms against these really cool blues and grays. I think that's gonna be really, really nice. I think, but we will have to take it on. Design wise, yeah. It's pretty good already. I don't think, you know, I already took him and he's down in the bottom coordinates. He's off to the side. The background's there, but it's not going to be heavy. You know, you don't have to put in every one of those guys, but you know, I will be counting. So no. But I think this should work out. We're just going to have to, you know, just know where you're going to go first. And then we can we have to figure out how to get there. This is basically about planning.
Looks tricky.
It is a little tricky. It's a little tricky, but you're an old pro now. Hit dogs. You should have no problem with. No, just a little bit different. It's very impressionistic, and we're going for it. So it's one of those things is you don't have to have the dog perfect at all. It's more about a whole sense of the scene. So pulling off the paint should work out really well. Should be very interesting. But, you know, for me, again, famous last words. It might not work out at all. Any questions? Okay, we are going. Glad you guys showed up, man. I didn't have anybody to paint with. I mean, I had Beth. She would have been fine.
Sorry, I missed last week. I'm back.
Oh, you know, there's no excuses. Got to play like a champion. No.
Yeah, I know.
How you doing?
Yeah, good. Just back to work. Everything on track. Yeah, Dad's.
How's your dad?
He's okay. I think he's losing his marbles. So it's just one of those things that I guess we all go through with our parents. So it is what it is. But thank you for asking.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's, you know, especially when he fell and he's hurt too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible. You shouldn't have pushed him. I told you shouldn't have pushed him.
Yeah, only 5 ribs this time. Next time it'll be more.
Oh my God, really? What? Oh,
yeah.
That is, God, you know, especially the ribs too. It's so hard to breathe at those things.
Yeah, it is. But he enjoys watching television, so you know he's happy right now.
Okay. Well, also this class is being done on YouTube for you.
Oh, cool.
Zoom has decided to keep my recording amount down so much that I can barely get one class on these things. So I had to kind of find a new place to send them up. So you guys just could be getting probably today a Zoom or a YouTube place to go look at the class. Hopefully. Colors
Oh,
on this
I
guy.
have a question, because when I was in the States, I was able to get the blue that you use. Do you use the Cobalt Blue Hue by Utrecht or Cobalt Blue by Utrecht?
Cobalt Blue Hue.
Okay, cool.
The
Thank
cheap
you.
one. Come on, it's me. It's cheap.
Okay.
You
thank
should have
you.
known that. Who wants to go Cobalt, man? That's
Yeah,
like
it is
$40
expensive.
too.
Yeah.
Did you buy which one did you buy?
I bought the Hue, and then I thought, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I did the wrong thing.
So where did you buy
Yeah.
it, Allison?
I think I got it from Blix. Is it?
Oh, you found a
There you
blick.
go.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yep, we have, those are our art stores. Is that when you were in Miami?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jim, which paints do you recommend besides Rembrandt? I mean, Utrecht, and is there anything else?
No, Utrecht are great. Utrecht are strong, very good paints too. I use Utrecht for years and years and years. And, I even go, we're going with some of the very cheaper brands, especially when I'm using like ochre or a burnt umber, or burnt sienna, those kind of colors. You don't have to spend money on those guys. Those guys are pretty much just made out of the same dirt. The only ones I ever wanted to spend money on, just your cadmiums, because those are the ones that can bring the sparkle to the painting anyway. So I would say there.
I
White.
tried those
titanium.
Utrecht. I tried those cadmium-free Utrecht ones. I did not like them.
They are
They came out
dried
with them a few years ago.
They are dried up and sticky. They
Yeah, I
are
didn't like it.
terrible.
Yep.
No, it's not just Utrecht, it's any of those guys.
Oh,
Water-based, they were
But-
not good either.
Well, the cadmium, I was told the cadmium on these things, it only gets into your system if you eat it. So
Be eating
So
it
if you're
then?
not going to eat your paint, and it's not even that much. It's not. I mean, it takes 17 tubes of paint to to do damage. I'm not going to eat 17 tubes of paint over my lifetime. I don't think. So I know. I might. You never know. Just for a hack. I gotta put out some more phthalo green on mine. I'll go through the colors here. Let's see, I'm low on phthalo green for sure. This is gonna have a lot of phthalo green, probably blue in it. All right. Yeah. So definitely my colors here today are pretty much your standard white, titanium white. I got a little bit of Pomalba white here, but titanium would be fine to use. Cad yellow light. Here is cad yellow or cad orange, cad red, yellow ochre. Again, transparent oxide red. This is a alizarin, or if you were using Rembrandt's, it could be a rose madder deep. Cobalt blue. Hue, like, see, just like that. That's what you should have there. And put out some more of that too today. I got burnt sienna and burnt umber out. Didn't have a big plan for either of those yet. And I have this King's Blue out yet from this week painting. We'll see where it goes. All right, this guy, Fenrir. Pull it up. Yes, very lot of fun here. Let's go for these darts. There's some muted darts in the background we're going to do. I don't want those guys to come forward too much. I want to keep them back. But I want to really get these darts in the front first. So let's go for the darkest darks here. Let's get these greens and purples and stuff. So I'm going to go with blue and alizarin first. These will do a nice job at staining the paint and stuff. So I'm going to go with one on the red side, of course, one on the dark side. The one has a lot of alizarin in it. And one has just a little bit, like this one I just loaded in the alizarin. Really, that's a beautiful dark. It's as dark as you can get. It's gonna be
Jim,
really
what
good.
are you mixing right now? Sorry, I missed.
Hey,
This,
just starting with blue and alizarin.
okay, thank you.
No worries, just blue and alizarin. That's on the alizarin side. So you got the red showing through. This one will be more on the blue side, just a lot less alizarin in it, but still be a nice dark purple blue. So they really kind of change. Nice to have. Those are going to be coming in at the bottom here. Also going to need a couple warms in this area too, but let's get the greens going first. A lot of green in this one, so we're going to be doing a couple greens. Again, I'm going to go with the alizarin and phthalo green. Keep one on the green side, one on the alizarin side. Might be hard to do it. Run out of alizarin here. Got blue in there too, probably. All right. Just a little bit. Alizarin out. Thought I had enough. Nope. I'm going to put more alizarin in this one. Keep this one kind of more phthalo green. So just off it a little bit. Okay. Definitely want to get those colors. I want to get some warmer sides of these things for as we move back and get underneath the dog. So again, phthalo green would be great. And I'm going to go with cad red. Phthalo green and cad red. This might even go into the dog a lot too. Start going into him. We tone him down. But I was looking for this kind of area here. So we're going to go with that. Again, then I'm going to take a little bit over into regular green so it's not too. That one's just a little brown, but this one I can take and make a nice green out of too. And that'll be definitely, when you see it back in here, these colors here definitely work over here. But that you can see how light that cad light is. It's just really lightened up that color. Couple more. There's gonna be a lot of dark colors today because that's the painting. I'm gonna go with cad orange into a piece of this.
Into a piece of which one? On the green side or on the red side?
This is gonna be on the gonna be on the green side. I don't think I could change it. I had put out too much phthalo.
Okay,
That's
but I'm
good.
trying to figure out which one did you mix it with, the one that you intended it to be on
No.
the red, right? That one?
These are the red. Yeah, this is on the red side.
Okay.
This is on the green side.
Okay.
And
So
you-
it was on the green
And you
side.
started with,
That's
yeah,
cad red. This one is cad orange.
Okay.
And I put out way too much phthalo for that color because
Well, that's because it's a
Didn't-
strong color, remember?
Jim, are you starting with a fresh wad of?
Mary Beth, where were you all week?
Yeah, I've been busy. Hey, listen, I'm sorry. I couldn't make it. I've been busy. I know, I don't know what the hell I do all the time, but I'm busy.
Hey, Jim, I have a color question.
Sure.
This is Anne Marie. Somebody gave me a tube for Christmas of manganese blue.
Nice.
Yeah, and then when I looked at how much it cost, it's the Vasari brand. I almost had a heart attack. Okay, well, so what would
You
one
can
use
use
that
that.
for? Like, it's a pretty color, but it looks very strong, and I just don't know what I would do with it.
You can just replace your blue with that. Instead of using that one, that's the way I do it. I don't, you don't have to, bring it in as a new paint. You could just use that. It's a strong color and it's really probably, I think it's pretty close to this one. In fact, it might even, be a little cooler, but that's okay. I'm using this one because I want to get the dark. I want to be able to get these darks, get that, because that's where I found ultramarine is really short on is being able to get your contrast.
So
that's where I'm going with.
it looks like it has some green in it too. So I guess I'll just play with it and see what it does when I mix it with stuff.
Yeah, you could try it. Throw it in there. On this one, you probably you probably can't go wrong.
Okay.
Kind of a goofy one. It's a goofy one, definitely.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna do one more blue and ochre. Just because I want a little bit not too strong of a green. I want to have a dead kind of green for back in here, maybe.
You did a painting of one of your dogs looking forward and half under the water. Of course, you've done so many dogs, okay. And I love the way you got that mucky green color in the water.
Yeah.
Is that this color? Maybe?
It can be. It might be. I'm trying to think of that color. I'm pretty sure it's one of these colors, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Bjorn. Yeah, that could be.
Okay.
All right. That didn't answer anything. I'm sorry.
So how dark is this color supposed to be right now that we just did with the ochre? Like what? Like
I would say, right around an 8.
Okay, an 8.
Probably
okay.
just because the ochre will do that on its own. No whites at all in these colors. Okay, let's take these colors down. I'm going to add, in these cool colors over here, I'm going to add a little bit of white. And what I'm looking for is trying to get it to this value, just so it's not much white. Probably going to get them to 7s and 8s for this very bottom colors. I want to see what happens here. And then we'll take these guys over. I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to probably put yellow in them, cad yellow into these guys. And when I bring them down, I want to see these guys sharpen up. And then that's about it. We're not going to worry about dog colors that much. We're going to try and see what we have and go with it. I say that, but then I'm going to change my mind. But, we'll see. So this is going to make a nice purple here. just adding just a little bit of white. I added too much, but yeah, just like this one. But this color, you can see it to be all over the back here and things. So definitely this is going to be a great color to have. But again, I'm going for the darker version of it. And, you know, to try and get it into this area. This is where I thought it was going to be really heavy. And it is, but it got a little bit too much red in it. So I'm going to take a piece of this and put some more blue into it. And then maybe instead of putting just into it, I'll put King's Blue into it, a little light it, instead of putting white into it, because that kind of kills it. Just kind of change it up. But I don't mind this one either. So this one, just an old, almost like 3 colors I had to make. One on the red side, purple, one in the middle, and then this one here really more strictly blue and white. I'm gonna keep adding just a little bit. I need to lighten it up one more step. There we go. There we go. That's nice. Same here. These guys, I'm going to bring these guys down. These are alizarin and phthalo green. Just a little bit of white. These should be interesting. These guys probably do a nice job of in here. I could see these colors, you know, after you put these really strong darks down, this color being the one that kind of goes into little teeny waves underneath. That'd be nice. Just a little bit of white, guys. Okay, I'm gonna use this. This is good. I can use this. As long as it's quite different from that one, too. You can really see red, kind of a purple there, and you can see a kind of a green, gray here, purple, you know. Good, that'll work. Those guys are gonna work great for like the mid-tones going in here at the bottom. These guys, like I said, I was gonna try and take these guys down. But I'm gonna cut those guys with cad yellow, because I want to start thinking about these this strength of light here, and I want to see which one's going to do the best job. So half and half, cad yellow and these colors. That definitely is in there. That was cad red and phthalo green. This is on the more phthalo green side, so it's going to be a lot kind of a brighter green. I could use my whole tube of yellow and not move that. So let's just save that. This one is cad orange and phthalo green and now yellow. Did not do much. You know, it didn't lighten it up the way I thought it would. Why? And this one is just blue and ochre. Now putting thing in. I'm thinking this color though, being a little better, but definitely we're starting to work back in here. All right, I'm gonna start making. Those are the basic colors. Now it's just time for some nice adjustments to think about. These guys I'm happy with. I think, yeah, I'm gonna take those guys down. Probably take pieces of each one of these guys and go for the final little lights. I'm not
Jim,
gonna
sorry,
concentrate.
the color that you have all the way to the right, did you mix that with anything else? Some yellow or?
This
those?
one,
Yeah.
yeah,
Did you mix?
this one is really just one color up here. That's ochre and yellow and blue. This over here, these are just leftover phthalo greens I had to get off the the palette
Oh, okay.
that we're,
So you
that
didn't do
we're,
anything to the yellow and, oh, the blue and the ochre. You didn't do anything else, right?
I brought it down and put some cad yellow into it here.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
But these guys are going to take down and think about more about 3s and 4s value here, and bring the purple down. So just a little bit of purple into that thing, getting these brighter, kind of cooler purples. I'm looking for this value over in here behind his tail. This is probably going to be a little bright, it looks like. And I think these guys mixed with a little bit of warm background color will probably fall into place nicely. This is going to be blue and white. Blue, white, just a little bit of alizarin in it. So you get this kind of like a baby blue here. That definitely can get back into here. Or I'm gonna put a little more blue into it, maybe more King's blue into it. A little richer. This one I'm gonna come down with, this is phthalo green and alizarin. Oh, there you go. That's beautiful. That's definitely really close to the color. And this one on the green side, just love it. Kind of stay gray in the gray realm and things. These guys work great back in here and stuff. But also, I'm going to try and kind of preempt that, how much I have to go back and put in these guys. I want to be able to, hopefully I'll be able to erase those out and get them too. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, now these guys are okay. They're a little flat. That's the thing. They just feel flat. They need some oomph to them. That's where I'm gonna take let me take a piece of this and see if I can do the work. I'm thinking cad red into this color.
Okay, which one did you add the
Like
cad
it
red?
off of cad. There you go. You start getting some richness to it. What's that?
Which one was it you add the cad red to?
I'm adding it to, in fact, probably the cad red and green one.
Okay,
And this one has just a little bit of white cad yellow into it. Now I'm going back in and bringing a bit more cad red into it because I think it's each one of these colors could go in this area here underneath. And I want to really kind of spike those colors up, and they feel just a little flat. So I want to put them on and then take them off too. This one, I think, definitely. I put cad yellow. I put cad yellow in that. Sorry. There we go. That looks a lot better. That gets me into this area I want it to be. So that is a good pile to make up. Don't really need that much of that. So basically it came down to, it's almost an ochre. Almost an ochre. Probably could have used just, it probably could have made it with just ochre and yellow. But I really want these colors to sing. So this color came down as phthalo green and cad orange, a lot of cad orange, more cad orange and touch of phthalo green. Added cad yellow to it. Right down here, and this is just using some cad red to it. Really kind of just, did a lot of damage there. It really worked it up well. This one, I'm just going to take a little bit of green and put in my cad red into it. really just a totally different warmth. Maybe I could find it on the outside. And I think if I tone this guy right, just add a little bit of white to this color. I'm going to take each one of these guys down and add white to them now. And we'll get the dog colors out of it. So take a little bit of these guys down. And we're going to add, try to get about this value. So just add a little bit of white. Don't use those. That'll do it. I'm going to go with that. I don't care what Mary Beth says. We're going with this.
Yeah, okay.
Those are little pasty. Little pasty, so I'll have to use probably some other colors underneath and use these on top for fur. We're just bringing a lot less white. Keep them really strong. You get way too much, but that starts to fit more in other places. So, hey, think about it. I'm gonna keep one kind of dark here. Maybe more green into it. Gray it out. Gray it out. I think I can get the basic body of the dog here out of this color. A little more gray. So graying it out and just using the opposite colors since this is.
Yeah, I'm completely lost on what
Red.
color you're working on.
Yeah, I'll tell you in a second. Don't worry. I expected you to be lost.
Well, yeah.
This is the whole idea. The whole idea is to get how lost can we make Mary Beth?
Good.
You thought you were doing a painting class, but no, Mary Beth, this is your life.
Yes.
Okay, color wise, coming back down with these guys. I start off with this one here for this guy. This is a phthalo. No, this came down. This is a blue and ochre.
Oh, okay.
And more. Then I added cad yellow to it. Here I added cad red to it. Here I added white to it. And then when I got to white, I said, well, that's gonna be in here. But so, you know, that's what I was thinking. Maybe if I added some green to it, I can start to get into this body and stuff. But I'll be using a lot of these other colors in there too, but maybe I'll use that. But this is pretty much can get in there and do some of the work. It's probably just a little warm, but it might be interesting. If I wanted to cool it off, I might add just a little bit of alizarin to it, to that color, and get it closer. But like you said, alizarin kind of a strong color too. Gray it out and close enough. Okay, colors. I'll go through these for Mary Beth again. No, you're welcome. I lost a little bit of piles up here. These are alizarin and blue, mostly on the alizarin side. This is on the blue side. Just kicking that one. I needed a little bit bigger pile. I'm thinking coming down with white, you can start to see them switch. As you can tell, I just didn't have enough blue in that color, but I like that purple, so I added some more blue to it. This pile, split it, add more blue, straight blue to it when you add white. And then I brought them down again. And I started using a little bit of King's blue in here because of the white was just killing the blue really quickly. Over here, I have phthalo green and alizarin mixes. This one is supposed to be on the alizarin side. This one is on the phthalo green side. As you bring them down, the purple starts to show off, and the green blue starts to show off, and then you bring them down here, and you can really see the difference when you add more white. So each stage, I add more white. Up here, this is just a cad red and phthalo green. These two, this is on the green side, that's on a lot more red. Bringing them down with cad yellow. I brought Cad Yellow in. And then I had brought them down, split the piles, brought them back down, added Cad Red to these guys. Spike them up a little bit. And then I brought them down one more time, and thinking about the dog, I added just a little bit of white. Over here, I went with phthalo green and Cad Orange. Did not, I could have used all the Cad Orange up on this pile, so I took a little bit smaller pile. Just a lot of Cad Orange in here to take and change that out. Brought it down, added a little bit of Cad Yellow to it. It just kind of sits here a little bit, so I brought it back down and add some Cad Red to it. Over here, we started off with blue and ochre. Brought it down here with just a little bit of Cad Yellow. It's a nice color. Brought it down here, and I had a bunch of Cad Red to it. So I just said, okay, that's gonna go a long ways, but it's not a heavy player in this painting. So I'm gonna push the orange into it, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Then I took each one of these warmer colors, brought them down with white. Over here, when I did get down here with kind of turning that color, I didn't see it too much in here, so I added a little phthalo green to it. When this is what happens when you add too much phthalo green to it. But I liked it, but it's just a little too warm, so I brought it over here and just put a little bit of alizarin to a piece of it. Hopefully I can get the dog out of these colors here a little bit, some strength. It's gonna be fun. And that'll be it. I can get all the eyes and stuff out of those guys too. Most of the stuff. Like I said, we're gonna stay impressionistic. We don't have to be perfect, but we shoot for that. And it's gonna be fun color. We're gonna look for fun color today. So let's get busy. No more playing around. And pull everything up. Going. I'm going to tone mine with probably burnt sienna too today. I have a bunch of burnt sienna left over. I not used it, so I better use it up. So you got a big put this guy over, slide this guy over enough.
Yeah, don't make his tail too close to the edge.
You took my line. You're stealing lines now. I can't believe this.
Yeah, well, sorry, I don't want you to
You're
know
right.
you're predictable, but hey, I got a whole collection of pictures, painting where the horse's tail is off the page. I mean, I've got so many of those things you don't even know. The dog's tail's off the page, the horse's tail's off. I got a whole collection.
Let me see something here today. I can add a spotlight here on my palette. I don't know if that helps. Does that make it too small for you guys?
Yeah, it
Probably,
does.
right.
Sorry.
Okay, let's.
Hey, especially when you're working with dark.
That's nice.
dark.
Well, it's nice to see the palette. Oh, well.
That's to see what he's
Yeah,
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was shooting vertical, I might be able to get them both on there. But the camera shoots wide, and so you get both things, and so it comes down to this size. I wish I could do that. I think there's a way to do it in your gallery to slide that over in the bottom to get to that, and you can watch it there. I heard you could.
Yeah, but then you gotta go back and forth.
Okay. All right.
You gotta keep
or-
up. That's the problem.
Or we have to buy another iPad.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we can
There
have two
you know-
iPads each.
There you go. That's what one on each side. That's what you guys. Yes. That's what we need.
You know, I
Are
use
we doing
my
a
laptop.
portrait or-
My iPad is so much better.
It has, you
Colors
can
are
see the
better.
color. Isn't
Yeah.
that nice?
Yes, it's nice.
Yes. You wish they were huge.
Jim, are you doing this landscape or portrait?
I am doing portrait. Why? Does it look landscape?
No, I had it as landscape first, but I'm, okay.
Oh, boy, did you screw up?
You know, last
I
week
didn't
I did the opposite, and I had a hard time keeping up because I had to think.
What did you,
No, that's,
you drew it all out, landscape already? You're
no, I
stuck.
haven't drawn it. I'm just flipping it over.
There you go. Here,
I
I'll go landscape for you. There you go. Okay,
Oh, no, you don't have to. I haven't
it's
done anything
landscape
yet.
now. Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, I'll flip it back. I'm gonna do portrait then. That's how tough this class is. I'm just brutal.
You
yeah,
are brutal.
don't worry.
All right. I'm
I'm
gonna
draw this
tone
dog
this,
in there.
kind of even think about being a little dark on this a little bit because I think that's gonna be nice to pop out. So I'm not gonna kind of take off all this color. I'm gonna try to keep a lot of brown in here, hands and stuff. Just get rid of my big streaks. Don't, yeah. So this is going to be a very warm, colorful painting. Now we're going to start off drawing in the tail, so we don't go off the paint thing. That's what I've heard. I heard you don't want to go off the painting. So, yeah. Definitely, let's keep that tail at least 1.5 inches, 2 inches in. And his body, definitely I want to get him stop right about here. Keep him on that side. I don't want too much these guys to be too even. So we're gonna stop there. I might move him up a hair. But he's just gonna be, the nice thing about him is he's just really kind of square. So you don't have to, it's not gonna be huge amount of drawing. If you want to do a Siamese cat in place of this, please, you can go ahead and do one. I think somebody knows who I was shooting at there.
Yeah, but don't you think we should do a cat sometime?
We
We've got
can.
such a beautiful cat.
Wait,
I know you do.
you didn't know this is a dog lovers class, not a cat lover.
No, I'm an animal lover. I love them all.
Oh, okay.
Go on. No, we are going that way.
The hard thing, it happens with dogs too, but the hard thing is dark fur, right? If you've got dark fur.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
Practice.
if you would have been at my workshop, you would have seen here, dark
Yeah.
fur. Give me 1 second. I have it right underneath here.
Oh, you're German Shepherd, right? There you go.
Yeah, you would have been able to
Oh, wow.
see all the colors.
Yeah.
It doesn't have dark fur. It's more blues and purples and greens.
Wow.
No idea how I got that in there. My thing slipped. I'm gonna put it over here for now. Anyway, stay. Okay. Yeah. Let's get just his chest in. So that's it. That's all the drawing we have to do. Just think about, it's more about the space around him. I'm thinking about. Now this is, I'm just going to break up this thing into quadrants. We're going to say there's going to be this huge light area right in here. The color behind underneath that is kind of a yellow orange. That's where I'm shooting for. Over in this area, in the middle of going over to here, that's going to be in purples. You got the top third, a little bit higher and stuff. That's going to be dark, but that's going to be in greens and purples. I think you can see it, green and purple. Down here, I'm going to start off with really strong greens right in here underneath him. Move it to no white into red purples in the middle, and then move it to blue purples at the outside. No, I can probably just stay with the red, I think, almost all the way through, and then bluer at the end, going in, coming back in. Over here, definitely going to probably paint some of the cooler colors back in, but I'm going to try to keep these kind of really warm. So that's kind of the thinking about him. Basically, he's going to be just, a little bit paler. I mean, we could almost go with burnt umber if you want. You got, not burnt umber, sorry, burnt sienna. Oh, you guys ruined you guys already. If you want to just tag him in with that a little bit.
Oh, you just put some burnt sienna down there for him, like under?
Yeah, I just put that on underneath here just for now. Just to get that going right now since I had it. But this is what I'm hoping for. Let me do a little quick thing. Using one of these guys, if you have one, what that's going to do. I mean, I think I can get, pull the paint off, almost all the way going around him. I can pull and create that same effect. And I think it's going to be really cool. I did it on that one dog painting Mary Beth commented on about the water, his feet in the water and stuff. This is exactly what I used on it. It's like kind of like, just going in and removing paint instead of putting paint on, taking it off. It has a nice little quality to it. But like I said, this will show up a lot better later on. I just wanted to show you guys that, I'm not crazy. I know what I'm doing. I do know what I'm doing. So let's start off the darkest darks. Definitely want to get these guys in as dark as you can get them right in here. And those are going to be, again, I am going to start off with just alizarin and blue on the purple side, which is pretty much either one of those guys. I really didn't get and just get that laid in here really cleanly though. Underneath, I'm going to tint it to a little bit of green warmth afterwards and a little more red warmth too coming in here. I want to get this kind of like really dark reflection coming in here of him.
Sorry, Jim,
And
which
that's
one
what
you are
this-
using
that's what-
right now? Sorry.
Yep, alizarin and blue.
Okay, thank you.
Or right now, alizarin and blue values. Right now, it's the red side right there. Put a little more red into it. In fact, as I get back in here, still a little bit dark. I mean, blue. Uh-oh, I lost people already. Okay, just thin that out at the end here. So you can start to see the purple I had in here, right? That's how dark it is. I want to keep this, it looks like black. I want it to be like that. Really strong. It'll hold this whole painting down. Now I can go back in. I'm going to use the alizarin and phthalo mix now. This has just a little more green in it, side. And get a little bit of thing, and then I'll come back and put it in here, just at the edge behind behind him and work it in. Really dark again. This color does not show up. At this point, it won't show up probably till we start to put in some of these other lighter colors. But this goes right into this area here. I'm going to put it. Yeah, that's all we needed it for. Let's see. Let's get this stuff back in here painted too and work our way down. Just wiping off that's just wiping it off. I'm going to start with blue and ochre back here. Probably a little more blue. It's just got a little light here. There we go. I want to run that up there. More blue. Keep it thin. Just on this top edge here for this is across the stream there. Underneath it is a really nice warm, which would be right here on the edge of the water and stuff. That would be phthalo green and cad red right here, this line here that separates that guy out. It's on the green side, in fact, which is good. I don't have much of the other left already. I didn't even touch it. Did not make up enough. Just simple, clean shapes. I can bring this down too. I'm going to get that line here, and then there's a nice line right going across it. I want to keep that in there. Make sure I have, feels like I didn't disturb it right there. So we need a couple little areas that are just really kind of quiet. All right. Now, Mary Beth, this is where we do. We're going to start filling this in. I'm going to go with purples and things behind him first before I go and change into any oranges and stuff in my brush. So I'm going to, even though I got some green there, I can go back and, start to get the back of his behind him. I'm just going to go with alizarin and blue first, right close by. Really strong.
On the blue
dark
side
yellow.
or on the red side? Which side?
It should be right down. Yeah, right on the red side probably would work. If you have it.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just going to
It's
bring
right
it
on
out a
top of the
little.
Yeah.
Yeah. On top of them, this will make the highlight when we put it in, just glow. So you want to have this just a little bit darker right around him, and then we'll work it up. I'm going to work it up to greens, going back a little bit brighter greens and stuff. So we'll be on the other side of the palette a little bit. But I want to get a little bit of purple. There's some purples going right in here. Some bright purples, not bright purples, but they are alizarin and blue with just a little bit of white. This is where I'm working on, right in here. I'm going to put these guys right in here. Making sure, I marked them off as quadrants areas and stuff, but also I want to make sure that's not where I'm going to end up, staying too much. Over here, I'm going to go with just a little bit. This is on the alizarin, the very alizarin side with white or blue. But I want to bring that down here a little bit too. We're going to smoosh this paint around a lot too. We're going to have a lot of blends. So, and there is no right answer on this one too much. Unless I say there is. So a little bit more blue in the back here, and then we're gonna go over here to the warmer side. I just want to get this stuff in and then I'm gonna be bringing a little more greens into this area too. And a little more blue right back in here too, regular straight blue. Just thinking about the distance too. Bluing it out just at the back end and bringing that forward a little bit. Coming over here too, onto this side, just on the edges of the painting, going back in, pushing that color, purples, just purples, maybe, on this side of the light, it can be a little grayer. So we could be using the alizarin and the phthalo greens over on this side of the purples, because when you add white to them, they kind of turn grayish purple. Could use that on this side. Keep this side over here a little bit more cooler and richer with the alizarin and blue mixes. And I'm going to try and work that down and get it down in here. Well, I need to do down in here first, and then we're going to do before I go any farther. This is just we're going to start off with just blue and white in here, meeting up with this purple down in here. Basically, this is just the dark area is just a reflection of him in there. So think about that. Remember that the reflections come straight down.
And did you say blue and white?
Just blue, basically blue, and just a touch of white in it. It came down from the blue and alizarin side.
Okay.
And I added, and then I added some. That's what I did. I added some white to it. No, I was adding King's Blue to it at the end because it was white was just taking it too far too fast.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have like a psychedelic painting at one point.
We are.
That's what I'm shooting for. We're all on drugs.
So are we actually painting like this? We're painting the shape of his shadow, or are we painting around that?
Right now I'm painting the dark here. I'm painting around it with the blue.
Okay, painting around.
I'm painting around it.
Okay.
Yeah. In this area here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going around it now and taking it up, and we're gonna meet. These two are gonna meet right in here. This warm purple here and this blue gonna meet in here, right about here. This might definitely gonna purple out a little bit, gray out. I'm gonna smooth it out too. It's just getting a little bit funky down here, just a little more paint. Always tough at the bottom of a painting to get it smooth. It always takes a little bit more work than anything up here. This stuff goes on so quick. That guy decides he wants to play a little bit more. So just see if you can, there's a little bit of shape here, a little dark line, ripple in the water. It could be a shadow coming through right in here. Stuff. Maybe making too much noise. Just want to blend it out a little bit. Okay. Since I got this nice light blue on my, I'm just going to keep going with those colors over here on this side. And so because I have the alizarin and blue on my thing here, I can take them down. I could even go to start adding white, a little more white to the colors. and get this stuff here a little bit. Might go a little, it'll look a lot better when I can get the second, some warms and stuff in there too. So that is purple and purple. It's alizarin and blue with just a lot of white. The thing with water is it is very graphic. It's very, hard edged. We don't have to do too much. You don't have to go back into it very much. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm going to bring it down this area here. There's a nice warmth coming in, going to be coming in this little corner here to the dog. So, and this burnt sienna is almost the right value. It works really good for that. Now I can go just start working in now the warms. I can work in. Probably going to switch brushes for that because I've got too much white, too much cool in my brush. If I keep going with them, I think I'm just going to, mess this whole area up. Just, it will be a mess. I guarantee that. But that's the thing is when you put these next colors in over the purples and stuff like that, you got to kind of like just put them in really quickly, cleanly. Don't overwork it. Don't try for a real mix. I'm really going to be going for like some really nice greens and oranges show up here. This one's the phthalo green and cat orange. Cat red. First, I'm going to put that. It's really working right in here. Now you can go down to the brighter version of it in here, I think. Take it into the dog too, because you don't want to, cut this dog out too much. You want to be able to remove this paint. Also, take this color and look for it over here behind his tail. You dip your brush in oil, just a touch of oil, and grab that paint. You're going to be able to glide it in over this stuff, and then it's going to blend. And then you can just drag it out a little bit, and you're going to get these other greens that to show through. But you want to keep that middle really good and strong.
And that's the phthalo green and cat orange?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
you went on his body with it already, with that color?
I haven't touched his body yet.
Okay.
I am basically, I'm working. Yeah, it's all background ideas. So this one, just touch, you have the dark in there. Now you just touch your brush in oil, just barely get the tips. Then you grab your paint.
It's pretty orangey, right, Jim?
Yes, it's very orangey. And I was thinking as I come down here, as it comes closer, I'm going to go to yellow, more yellowy. So that's where I'm going to go to this, where I added a lot more cad yellow to it, good colors, down in here. And we're going to leave it pretty strong. I'm going to go right up to his chest, maybe push in a little bit. And the thing, if this doesn't work, we can always, paint it. I mean, go in and do another technique, figure out another, to go back to the regular technique. We don't like this. But this is always kind of fun. I like this. I like doing this every once in a while. It's just kind of a nice, warm thing to do. I'm gonna bring, this is coming, not coming forward enough, so I'm gonna put another worm in the middle of it. Even it out. This is behind his head.
Behind his head.
Yeah, well, he's right here. Here's his head. Right here, I'm putting a little bit of yellows, working a little bit of red. I'm gonna add some cad red to this too, I think. Burnt sienna, cad red, probably. In these purples I put in. Just blending them out. I know it's a little bit of goof. This is kind of one of those things you do have to just kind of wing it a little bit on your own too, because I'm looking at the colors underneath mine. Also going to start looking at like really. Like you said, cad red things, what they're going to do here. It's going to be fun. This color, yeah, like just made it up. It's burnt umber and burnt sienna. Sorry, burnt sienna and just a little cad red. Then just work the greens back in the back here a little bit. Maybe think about phthalo green. I'm going to go back to some phthalo and alizarin more on this very back area here too. And I'll bring you guys in close to in a minute too. I think to show you what I'm thinking and before, because it's going to be a mess for a little bit.
Sort of psychedelic. Woo.
Very psychedelic, right?
Colors are
We
great.
want very rich. You try not to blend too much, so you do get patches, but they just kind of some kind of migrate together a little bit here and there. Up here I would look, I want to keep that one line here, this water line right there, pretty clean. Don't want to touch it too much. But above it, we got a lot of streaming light, and you do have some forest on the other side showing through. So, with these colors, we probably, like that, go back to that blue and ochre mix, and you can bring that down a little bit. This is going to be like more vertical kind of strokes coming down, and we can kind of recreate that light if you want it. If it's too much, no big deal either. You can always cross it out. So that's just a little bit more yellow going into it. And then I have the one where I have just a little cad yellow added to that mix down underneath it. And I might work the color coming down from the top here a little bit more. Don't want to might roll my brush too yeah, that's a lot better. Rock your brush as you come down a little bit also would help. This is the one where I added just a little bit of red to the color of that when I started adding cad red to things. I'm gonna keep a little more purple on that side, I think. And then get rid of this. A little bit of canvas showing through here I want to get rid of. Also, I want to get a really nice, a little bit of a dark blue running through this phthalo green and red mix right up here too. Just more towards the back end, just in the back. Okay. Well, I'm gonna paint the dog pretty good. I'm gonna get some more warmth right there and bring it in. Like I said, I don't want too much showing through here. Probably should even stayed a lot lighter. Probably should be yellow greens and add some yellow green to this. And get rid of all the white. Get that. Which brushes I want to put that of blue underneath his belly here. Going in. So that dark there is good. This is that dark purple again. I'm just kind of getting the in here under the swells of the things a little bit at the end here. Okay. Okay, I'll bring you guys in and show you what this thing. One second, I'm gonna darken him in. I'm gonna start with alizarin too, though, underneath for his body. And then I'll go with those lighter warms.
So what are you using right now for him?
Alizarin and blue.
Oh, alizarin.
Just
blue.
a little
On
oil
the
in
which
my brush.
side? On which
The red side.
Red
Red side. It is very thin. There's no white in it, so it's very thin. A little bit of oil in there to kind of light thin it out. I just want to get that in here before I, start the work. It's okay if he's too red too. It's kind of cool. Then I go back. This is that this red orange I'm going to be using came from blue and ochre together, and then I added cat red. That was I'm just gonna be patching that in. I want him to feel like everything else, right? Really the same brush painted everything. So he's going to be in that same kind of quadrant thing where, you have areas where you have really kind of richer, darker oranges showing through here. Trying not to think about his highlights too much. I'm just trying to get kind of a little bit. He's kind of more, we're working like a silhouette on him. More red in the ears, maybe more red in the ears. I mean, more cad reddish, maybe, pushing everything just a little bit. Don't worry about hairs too much. And then these are colors here. These are like ones where I took it down, added a little bit of white to it. And then I added phthalo green to it. And then I added alizarin to it. I'll be putting the phthalo green section pieces of that color up higher on him. So more towards this area here. And into his face. Of course, it won't be able to paint his face really great, but that's okay. We're not put that in there. Cool. And I just want to get some color into something into his legs here too. Get rid of that. So we just got to get not even close to the color. Not even close. Right color yet. Good. We don't need no stinking right colors. Okay. Yeah, just a little more alizarin, just on this color. Okay. Just gonna darken in his belly around here a little bit. That's gonna be more reds. Maybe the back of his tail here, just a push more a little. That's alizarin and again on blue, but as that's pretty much the key colors in this one. And so my pile up there is now polluted, so I will not be able to go back into this area until I clean up some paint. So I'm just using that alizarin and blue, mostly alizarin. Now it's with a dirty brush. So it has a little bit of this already in there, and I can just, you know, mark his around here where you have the folds of his fur coming down here a little bit. Face wise, yeah, it's just a little bit lighter. I'm not even going to tackle that with this brush. I'm gonna make sure that one ear on this side is really red. That'd be really cool. That's way overdoing it. But that's what I'm thinking about. Really going red on that side, maybe even outlining him with red, cad red. Especially back behind the neck. So that's using that was a little bit of burnt umber and cad red too. Tips of his tails, just little spots, just to draw your eye around him. Where you can find him, you're gonna find probably on the back end of his haunches over here too, just a little bit before you put the hair in. So he starts to glow. You know, okay. Got that area just here too light, and we're about ready to move on to the tough stuff now, the fun stuff about removing paint. You can only do this too as in a wet area like this. You can only do it. I mean, if your paint gets dry, if your acrylic's very hard to do, unless you have a really heavy drying medium in it, that'll keep it from drying too fast. Add just a little bit of yellow in here. Move this guy around. Okay. So I'm going to bring you in real quick to see this mess of color going on here. You know, you can see how yellow and orange is right in this section. A little bit of it over in this one little area, but mostly purples, dark purples, really dark purples. I want to keep these guys as dark as I can get them. And then moving that to lighter purples and then to blues. Then you got the green across the background. Not much going to be showing back there. There's going to be just a couple little noogies. So that area is pretty much paint wise. I think it's kind of taken care of. I don't want to have to do much more there. But now I want to start removing paint. Yeah. So let's start with a nice clean one of these guys. Every time I take off paint, I'm going to wipe it off. So, you know, have a paper towel ready. Let's start at the big areas. You don't want this paint to stay on here too long. But if I remove it, I'll start to get the right colors underneath. And if you take it away in a certain way, you can leave a little bit of color. So it's just a little bit of playing. Work at, I'm going to start with this area right around his chest first and leg. That's where one of these things, when we trim it up and you got a few different sides to play with, it works out pretty nice. Because then you can get in here and do a little bit of this. You know, the drawing stuff we still probably could work on. I'm just going to go for the kind of like really big areas like this first, and working from that area, I can just see the relationship of sizes of white areas I need to take out, trying not to disturb the rest of the paint around it. And these are there's only a few really clean areas we need to get. Everything else can have a little color into them. So you might not have to push totally hard on the sides. You can just drag it out.
And you're gonna leave it like this? You're not gonna paint over it?
No,
Really?
no, this is it. It's an easy class for you.
Yeah.
You can paint over it if you want. That's the thing. And just give me a chance, please. Please
I'm
give me a
doing it.
chance.
I'm doing it. I just don't understand it.
It's called an oil. It's basically an oil wash. Bernie Fuchs was a great guy, great painter, and this is what he did. Basically, you put the paint in and then you take it off. And as you go back into space, these guys have to be, you're going to have to go back in and soften the edges on these guys, right? Basically, you're using the canvas as your white, your light, and you're going to letting the light in. But also, really pay
Works
attention
great
to
for the
these.
softening, right, Jim?
Yeah, it does work. It will work. Maybe not for Mary Beth, but it will work for everybody else. I'm not sure. Some colors come off really nice, quick and clean, but that's the beauty of it. It's not supposed to kind of like tie your painting together, but not by color, but by texture. Because each one of these now can be a different color. Now you can see, cleaning that edge, really, I can really get it clean. Especially if this, I'm not sure about, exactly if it works, how great it works on canvas. Like this is on linen and stuff. But it's nothing more than a regular prime. So it's not like oil primed where everything you can really get all the way back there, but you can get pretty much all the way back here. Yeah, you're going to get some areas like this where, it's going to be probably too bright. That's when we go in here and we can soften them up. Right. Big important area right in here is just taking it out. Really getting the whole flat of this section of this in here. And really seeing this light as a shape, as big as shape you can make it. You know, trying to get off the paint. And I do kind of recommend going in this direction for water, because this is pretty much how the water goes. You know, just a kind of a horizontal takeoff. We've got a few spots above his head here. This is where you do want to look for different sizes too of you know, sparkles you're starting to take out. Make little areas like this where you don't get too much of the same size right next to each other. It takes a little bit of a time, but it's fun. And then when you get all the way back here to the crazy stuff, you know, amounts of taking off paint, you know, where it's just little dots, space there, basically. Yeah. Then maybe you can just cheat and go somewhere. I mean, you don't have to be anywhere perfect. Just start just putting them in, but think about them heavier in one area and then little areas, you know, not all the same. So you break it up that you have, you know, sections where you have a little bit more dots taken out. You didn't expect this, did you, Mary? You didn't expect this.
Oh my
today.
God. I had no idea. I didn't even, when you said something about what, I don't know, you used a term, I didn't even know what it meant, like some kind of an oil wipe. I was like, huh?
Well, yeah.
Never heard of it. It is kind of cool how when you, the green that's over the purple, when you scrape it away, you get like a light purple under it.
Right. Yep. That's what I was hoping for back in here. Remember these kind of
Yeah.
long areas right in
Yeah.
here. This is where I showed. And don't even worry about his tail, you know, but I was hoping that, you know, just taking this off would kind of, you know, leave those markings like that. Maybe it's even though it's, you know, a little more red on this one, and it's still in the ballpark. I mean, so I'm just taking off now. When I take the paint off here, I'm taking off very lightly. I'm just trying to just drag it off, and in these streams of colors, basically just using the board here to lighten it up one step. Then I'm going to come back in, Mary Beth, and put in a few more dark lines going across here, and it'll be really interesting. Okay, yeah, these guys here, I just kind of jumped a little bit, didn't go into these guys, but this is where I put in the purple first, and then I went to blue. I want to leave these these on this side right here. These guys are more of a line than these are dots.
Yeah.
Area. Now we do need to switch it up, and we want different. These are waves and stuff, so they are going to be following each other a little bit. And that one just took off a little bit funky and never got back on track. So it might not be as blue as I think it should be right in here. That's only because I didn't put any blue there. Try a different one. Try a wore out one. See how that works a little different. That one's not as soft as I wanted it to be. So it's just a zigzag too. The thing about taking these things off is in a zigzag pattern. You know. Definitely don't want at the end, don't want too many dotted lines. But if you can get a few strong ones like this, where you have the longer things before they break into dots, going in the right direction like this, just a slight angle, will give this thing some energy too. Make sure you got a couple that come right into his back too. Okay, so that's what I'd be doing here, just keeping these guys going. Get set up, just take it back a little bit farther here, just start breaking up as everything is, you know, make sure you have just like one section here, just your major color take out right there. And then we get back in here, everything gets just a little bit smaller. Your main ones are just like half size more down in here size. Get those guys in, and then you can go wild with the little guys if you want. Do your universe there. Cosmos. But I'm not going to be touching anything in that one line there. Pretty much, I can go right up to it, put a highlight right next to it, here and there. But, you know, keep that area really quiet. Back in here, just a couple dots. Too much. We'll leave it there. Okay, before I take off paint down here, I'm going to start painting this thing in a little bit lighter. I got a little bit, and start painting him in a little bit. But, you know, this will be great for this last little thing. It's just pulling it out of his back here. Right in there.
You're using this on his highlights?
This is highlights on his back there. I'm just pulling those guys out. You want to do his tail, you probably could, do this part too. And then we'll go back to paintbrush. I'll get right into his chest here too a little bit. That's where I put that cad red right on this edge here because I thought these two would marry really well. There's a lot of little, single kind of little dots to put into. I got these big ones, and it's always nice to put little teeny ones right next to them. Once it starts to glow, how's everybody doing? Do you think it's interesting? Is it working out?
It's fun.
Yeah.
Fun, yeah.
Okay. A lot of people, you can do a few different ways of softening up these guys, these outsides after you have them basically the mark done. You can either take a Q-tip and just, go around and go around the edges and soften them. Or you can take a clean paper towel and do the same thing too with your finger. And you can probably pull off just a little more light colors in the middle if you want areas. But that can, also soften these outside edges just a hair too. So you don't get doesn't feel like they have you took them off with the same way, but even though you did. Some people dip it in oil and you can wipe it off a little bit better too. In the middle, try to get some of that color out. Sometimes you can get another whole. You can sometimes get a whole nut, huh?
I said some colors lift better than others.
Yes, some do. But that's why we always have the this is impressionistic, so we can always fall back onto that.
Yeah.
So softening these guys just a hair with a thing like even a Q-tip. Can do the job. You will get a little bit of crossover color too, but try to keep them clean. So this is it. Basically, if you plan a little bit, if you guys knew where I was going to take you, you could have planned the colors probably a little bit, ahead of time, knowing where you're going to put reds and put more yellows, put more strength of color. But I didn't want that to do. I want I needed to torture Mary Beth. I missed her all week, you know.
Well, you know,
So we're gonna
I think you succeeded.
thank you. How was it? This is kind of interesting on the tail. I mean, that's pretty cool. And a lot of this stuff, just kind of remembering what you can might use it for in some other battles you got going. All right. Yeah, unless I'm gonna work back in here. This is a little bit too dark, but I like the richness of it. So I just got to bring it up with I'm gonna use just a little more King's Blue into my blue color. Blue and King's Blue. Long live the King's Blue, right? And look, just break this area down into brush strokes. I saw this one right here coming in. Then there's this one that kind of goes down here with that color on top. Just got to get a little more paint. Almost all the way to the edge. Right there too. I'm gonna use this definitely underneath him a little bit too. Oh boy, this is goofy. Definitely goofy. I'm going to take this color too, and I'm going to use it just in a few spots here inside this shape. You know, looking for, you know, you start off with main stroke. Just every stroke's going to leave. I'm going to make sure that there's room between each stroke. That I'm not going to put one stroke on top of another. That there's that dark purple showing in between each one of these guys. Just build these guys just like that. That works out really well. And there's just a dash of color here. This is again just that blue and King's Blue coming off that alizarin and blue mix. Using a brush, it's way too big for it, but all right. And I'm just hitting the highlight areas in this. Little sad face here going. See, they got two eyes and the sad mouth. That's what you do. Yes. Let's keep this guy going here. I can't get that out of your head. You're like, oh, what do you do? Change it up a little bit as I go back here. And when you get down to this point and stuff, really there's a lot of little teeny little dots mean a lot. So much, you just, you know, color wise, everything just starts to pop. And I can just go back in and do a little bit painterly stuff here, trying to stay in the same kind of looseness that I have here. Now I can just tighten up a few spots. Okay. And if nothing else, you can, go back in and just touch it all and it'll go away. I'm going to put this next stuff in with my knife because I want to go in kind of really clean. I'm going to start putting in these no worries. Bless you. I'm going to put in a little bit of these warm colors here down here over these cool ones. Just basically the shadow lines of the waves. This is basically, this is a phthalo. No, it's not phthalo. I'm sorry. It came from blue and ochre mix, came all the way down with some cad yellow. This is adding cad red to it. This is the color. I'm using it right here into these little line waves right here on the edge. And I'm putting mine in with a knife. You don't have to, but I think they're going to go in. I can put them in as dots a lot easier.
What color are you using, Jim?
This is came down from the yellow, ochre, and blue mix. Then I added yellow to it, and then this I added cad red to it, so it's a little rich. A lot of cad red added to it. And I'm just going to look at areas around here also on this side where it could go. It's probably going to go on the very outside edges of these things, but this is where I was thinking it was going to go right in these areas here. Because that's what I was seeing. That way it's just a little bit different than the dog, I might have to, I'm definitely going to mix some more of this up because I think I can see it. I can hear a little bit more too. So it's a little mix of everything in this one you can do. So you got now you're taking away paint, you're putting it back on, and trying not to disturb the paint underneath that it was in a good spot, but using the dots and everything else pretty much to hide any blending and everything else. And that's, pretty cool stuff when you think about it. Some of the dark purples over here have a lot of, kind of red in them. Kind of a warm red kind of pops out of them right in here. So if I can get that back in, and a knife might do the best job to get this going down in here. That's what I'm thinking. Like I said, just changing these edges of these guys too. You can soften them up, You know, like even this is a nice way to go too. Instead of going back and taking it all off, maybe you just go back and do it this way. Change the shapes just by using some red, orange into the colors and softening it back up. Okay. Get a little more back in here and okay. I'm gonna go back and erase out these bottom line spots. Trying not to get them too, I'm not gonna get them in the middle of the paint. I'm gonna keep them over here to the side a little bit more. When I pull these highlights out.
I don't mean to get ahead of myself or ahead of
Are you done?
No,
You done?
no, but are we ever gonna do the dog? Or is this it, the dog?
What are you talking about? There's no dog in this.
Okay, thank you. Now you've established I'm crazy. Thanks. I was wondering.
No,
Now
no,
we
you
know.
didn't have to wonder about that. You didn't have to. We didn't wonder about that.
Ugh.
No, we're getting to the dog. We got 10 minutes left. We should be able to get to the dog. No, I'm just gonna. No, he is just to the face. His body's pretty much there.
Mhm.
Yours is, mine's not.
Mine is. Come on, you didn't pay attention. Where were you?
Well,
Sorry.
I'm not
No.
quite sure. where I
No,
was.
he's going to be very soft. I was going to have to change brushes. So if I did say I was going to, I changed brushes. I didn't touch them yet. But now, since Mary Beth yelled at me, I guess we have to change brushes. I'm going to probably go down to a smaller brush, probably a 4 or something like that for mine.
Oh my
So
goodness,
it's
really?
pretty. Well, I mean, was this 4 or is this a 6? This is a 6. Okay, we'll stop with a 6. We'll stop at 6, 6th floor. All right.
What the heck color is he?
He is kind of a mix of every color and stuff. That's the thing is he has a little bit of purple in him underneath. He has a little burnt sienna in him from the board. He has, I just put in, then you can start to use some of these other red browns we made. And from the green, we made red from green here a few times. Trying to get some interesting colors here going. And that's, he's pretty much there. I just gotta push some things around. Yeah, I didn't put it, let me put in his nose and things, and we'll, he'll start looking like a dog. You're right. I'm going to go again with, all I got is alizarin and blue is my darkest colors, but I'm going to go more on alizarin, I think, than the blue for his nose. That's just under his back. Go with red on top, then I'm going to go with just a little bit more blue under for his lip coming down a little bit. Very more red on top. Missed his eyes here. His eyes, I'm going to go with probably phthalo green and alizarin, very, very top colors. So I want that to pop out and I want these eyes to go back into space a little bit. They're just going to be little, triangles, basically, little, not, triangles, but offset, They're going to go straight on the other side of the nostril as the nostril comes up. Or not the nostril, the nose, edge of the nose, you can just put an eye up. That's where I would put it. You can put it right up there, and then one on the other side. Maybe a little more red into that, maybe some CAD red into that color. Keeping it really dark, but just a little warmth. So, it's on this other side. I got a lot of CAD red over here going in too. Move back his forehead a little bit. Color wise, okay. Let me see. I don't want him too bright. I'm going to keep him pretty mellow. Let me see this color. This is the one that came down from the blue. Blue one. Yeah, that'll be nice. That'll work. I'm just going to hit the highlights on him, really. That would be around his, right around his muzzle. All right, and just the tip of his nose going back to it. Above his, then I hit right here on top of his head where it's going to hit the light. Those two to meet, those little spots kind of to meet. I think I've got his eyes a little high. How can you tell, right? I'll make eye blue, I think. Bring it down a little bit lower. Put it in with blue. The other one I'll put in with more alizarin and red over here. Keeping it very goofy, psychedelic. I was on drugs.
Okay, I've accomplished that. Mine is goofy. No question about that.
Yeah, you should just share those drugs and we'll be fine, right? Everybody will look at it and see it the way you see it. Nah, this is just kind of goofy and fun. And the things you can do taking off paint can be just as powerful as when you putting it on. And I came across this shot and I was going, oh, I just loved it. I go, well, it was really dark, but when you pull out all the darks and just and saturate the heck out of it as much as you can, these colors came through. And I thought, wow, that's gonna be really nice. That could be really, really nice. And so, but it has to be done a certain way. It can't be done, a regular painting, it's gonna fall flat. This is gonna have a lot more power to it. So I'm always kind of looking at that kind of stuff too, like what's, what can be cooler. And basically, you just want to get your strokes to kind of do some blending here with everything. So I'm gonna put some more CAD red in to definitely push that few spots with some really strong pure CAD red right into his back. We want him to almost scintillate a little bit here. So, you guys, I painted elephants on,
I saw that.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
hey.
Cool. I like.
it was fun. So I figured, I got to do something animal wise with you guys. And so I was still working on getting these things. And this is really out of there. This is really kind of different. And not the same attacking we always do, but figured kind of interesting.
Is this the last class, Jim?
No, we got a couple more, I think, yet. Next week, though, yeah, thanks for saying that. But next week, yeah, we don't have class next week. I got a workshop in Wheaton to do. So that's next weekend. But after that, we got two more, I think, to go to 11th.
Good.
Yeah.
Jim, is that workshop already full?
No, it's I think there's room. What, do you want to come?
I don't know where I'm gonna be, but maybe I would love to.
Okay. You have to sign up through them, through the Wheaton Art League.
Right.
Or it's really DuPage Art League. And so yeah. That's 2 days next week, Saturday and Sunday. So. And Mary Beth, I know you're out of town.
Well, you know what?
That's how I
though?
planned
Hey,
it.
But I'll
That's
tell
how I planned it.
well, thank you. That was lovely. I'll tell the people at DuPage, not DuPage, Downers Grove on Tuesday because I'm going to that meeting. So I'll tell them
Okay.
about it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And in the future, I hate to say this, but I think I'm good. I think I'm doing their newsletter. So if you want me to put stuff in the newsletter, I will.
Oh, you're nice.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought you said, I heard nude letter. I thought, oh my God.
What did you think I said?
Nude letter.
Yeah, I do one of those too. Sure. Yeah. Right.
Wondered what
I
that
don't
was.
think so.
No, that's just me, not everybody else. That's just me. That's
Oh,
you guys,
okay.
that's why I wear this.
Cool.
I wear this apron underneath all the way. Okay, guys, don't give
Oh,
me
okay.
ideas.
That's your other YouTube channel, right?
Oh yeah. I get a lot of hits on that
I bet.
Okay, I just made the
Anyway.
dog weigh about 50 pounds more. I thought he
one.
looked a
That's
little.
okay. These guys, this guy has gained some weight. I tell you, he's bigger than our Bjorn by a lot now. He's just like rolls over Bjorn when they wrestle. Poor Bjorn just goes, I remember when I could take you easily.
Okay, well.
And now they're just like always wrestling, but they're always wrestling for fun.
Lovely.
So they are.
Beautiful dog.
You hear them up here a lot, right above my head. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but yeah, they go at it all the time up there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we send them outside, they wrestle. We said bring inside, they wrestle. They're like, okay, that's what you guys want to do. All right. Yeah, I went back into them a little bit here for you, Mary Beth. It's just one of those things is trying to get it to match, not be full painting, full blown different style. And it gets there. So sometimes you have to go in with some fake colors, push it. Very impressionistic. Yes.
Yes.
Let's see what you guys did. You guys have fun?
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
A lot of fun with this one, I know.
We had fun.
Yeah, we had fun.
It was,
There we go. See, thank you. You know,
Yeah.
the rest of these guys, you got Anne Marie always being so nice about this stuff. Anyway, here we go with some close-ups. You can start to see how the colors are starting to work. A few more dark
yeah.
dots going on back there.
They look good.
It's lovely.
Just a few little spots. He's in the shadows, so I don't want him to pop out too much. So that's why I was taking my time. I want to make sure I had the light set up so I could balance him off a little bit. Because you paint him first, you kind of doesn't really always work together. So that's what I was thinking. All right, who can show? Anne Marie, you want to show?
sure. Okay,
There
my
you go.
colors are kind of bright, but we'll see.
You know, that's the thing on this one. We can get away with break. Ooh,
Oh yeah. Wow.
that's exciting. Really good, really cool. I love the background. That's exactly the way you want to go with it. You know, you keep bringing in those lights at the back, and everything kind of blend out, and you'll lose everything back there. Cut your, things. Okay, the dog himself. Is he a one-eyed dog?
I haven't, that's his nose.
Oh,
I haven't gotten to his head yet.
Nose is not on his head.
okay.
Well,
Look
nose.
yeah.
I did the nose.
No, I was looking. I was looking. For mine, I was looking at his back, where if you took a straight line from his back, where the nose would kind of run right into the top of his nose. So
Right.
that's and where you have that one. I was going. That's where his eyeball was.
Yeah.
But if you moved it around, you know where things go. I like his color too. Really
I
great.
like his colors. It's kind of funky, but it's fun.
Oh yeah, it's really cool. I like that a lot. Nice job.
Thanks.
Okay, keep going on it.
Yep.
Keep the drugs coming. Keep them going. You got it. Okay, Cindy, wake up. Quit
I'm
it.
always,
She's signing it. She's done with it already.
Yeah, really.
She's playing. Oh, look at how nice that he can look. Okay, see, we definitely, Cindy, you've taken it into a darker realm of light and stuff, but that's really nice. You did a nice job on him. That looks like him. Congrats, really nice. So what did you think
what do
about
you mean?
it?
I took it into a darker realm. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, your lights, you didn't bring out your lights as bright as, you didn't clean them out as bright as you can of behind him and stuff into the water.
I can
That's
do
all I
that.
was thinking about.
I keep using my finger to blend it and then it kind of covers it up again. So
Right. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, you almost have to pull it out and then just leave it, and just pull out the sides. But that's really great. That dog, fabulous so far. Good water in the front, and then you start putting things. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Is if you clean those guys out one more time, that'll work. The background's working out really well on it. Very
Good.
interesting. Very different. Good job.
yeah, I like it. Fun. Thank you.
Good. I thought you might make it one of your terriers.
You
Allison.
mean my German Shepherd, also known as a very ferocious terrier? Yes.
Yes. Yes. Allison, hi.
Okay.
She's ready to go. Look at her.
Oops.
Let's see what she did.
I haven't.
Okay. Start. Yeah,
more
good
of the
start.
water.
Good start.
And
Uh-huh.
and I had to redo my dog because I got the proportions wrong.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we did not go into drawing these guys out heavily at the beginning because I was trying to keep it very impressionistic. Yeah, his head probably could be just a hair bigger, but I think it's more in the
Yeah.
muzzle and the top of the head and the
Yeah.
ears coming out. And I think you're there. Probably the tail, I would take the tail, make it a little bit longer. You know,
Yeah.
you can, you should a little short on the tail.
Okay.
So you definitely, I mean, at this point, everything can be moved very easily yet. Have you started pulling out any paint? Just a few spots you started pulling out?
Yeah, a few.
Yeah, I saw that one and that one. What do you think? Is it going to be able, you're going to be able to do it?
Yeah. I don't have the same tool as you, so I was just practicing with my different tools. to see-
No, they don't have a dollar store.
Yeah,
There's no such thing as a dollar store there. Can you believe that?
yeah. Here, no, yeah. Everything here, we've got Poundland though.
Poundland.
Yeah, where everything is supposed to
Poundland.
be pound.
They
It's
don't
supposed
have
to
the
be
dollars there.
Yeah.
I figured that's what it was going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If I don't use your good spatulas on this. Yeah, your rubber spatulas. But yeah, you can keep digging out there. I want that you started being able to get it out there. That looks pretty good. Yeah, just keep going. And we'll see you all in a few weeks. See you in a few weeks, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be out next week. So, all right.
Okay.
Good job. We're gonna go to
Thank
Ava.
you.
I'm coming.
Ava. She. Okay. We got Katie coming up, and then got Mary Beth. Okay, here comes Ava. Ava. Ooh, I figured you'd have fun with this. Yeah, you got your
Wow.
blurred out background
Oh.
on.
Wait a
Oh
minute.
yeah.
I like the
Can you see
dog
it?
look
Oh,
when the
that's
dog
funny.
comes through. When the
What
you know, we're
That's
gonna have
really
fun with this.
psychedelic.
We're gonna have fun with this.
It's really psychedelic.
Wait a minute.
Oh, what did Ava
What?
do?
You know what?
It's
Make-
focus. It's focusing on your face.
I know because I have let me said somebody else. Let's do it, and I try to get the background out.
Yeah.
No worries. Take your time.
She said,
Yeah, when we put that up on your Facebook page, though, Ava, everybody's gonna know you're on drugs. Gotta watch her. Gonna ruin her. No more of those traveling around the world to do seminars.
Okay, I'm ready. How about now?
Wow. See, this is definitely where I
Oh, cool.
wanted to
Wow.
go. This is what happens when you start pulling out that paint and using it at the highlights and the colors and stuff. You don't, when you have the richness going back there, that's really, really cool, Ava. That's a really great beginning. Or are you done? You think you're done?
So where else? What should I do? I mean, besides the dog, look like I don't know. This is my first dog.
Yeah, he's a good
Pretty
dog,
good.
though. It's really good. You do have really good drawing skills, Ava. That purple and blue at the bottom is so nice. Okay, yeah, just bring a little more light right in underneath him. Just a little bit of blue water right underneath his crotch, where his crotch is. Just
That's
a little bit
right,
of blue,
yeah.
this to get through there. His tail is working out so well. I love the way you hit the highlights and that feels so good. That feels really good. Probably just a little bit longer hairs. So just drag it out a few spots, a little bit longer hairs on his back tail going down on the bottom half because of the fur wise. Don't touch the middle area, just a couple long wet ones hanging down. Same with the, he's a really good dog though. I mean, you did a nice job. Yeah, the highlights on his back could be going to be a little bit stronger yet. And his face, that's the thing about this. That's why I picked this one. You didn't have to concentrate on eyeballs and noses and mouths. That's looking really good. Good proportions. Reads as a dog just like that. I would say up top though, let me see the top of your painting. You probably could go a little bit lighter on that background and across the water and stuff. It's coming forward because of the contrast. So probably dull it down. Probably, I think, gray it out a little bit more. Because it's really rich. It's good. You're right, but I would probably tone it down, and that it'll give you space when you go back there, and you got that really front stuff in, the darks underneath him coming down there and stuff. That's gonna really push him forward. Where the top of the painting that was coming, it's almost feel like it's a grass hut above us. You're looking through. So yeah, so that needs to be grayed out, that color.
Okay.
So grayed it out. If it's green, put a little more red into it or something, and gray it back out a little bit. Just push it back. That's beautiful. That's all I would ever. I have problem. It would not even a problem. That's that's great. Real fun. Congrats.
Okay.
Ava, I got a question.
You're
Are
gonna-
those in the bins behind you? Are those drugs or are they paint?
You mean talking about the room?
Yeah,
Yeah, your room. She's talking about.
You're so
all the-
organized.
it looks like you're in a
Goodness.
pharmacy.
Well, yeah, kind of. That's from the old lab. So
Oh,
when we
okay.
went, so I do, but
Oh.
yeah, this is I do some pouring, acrylic pouring. So
Yeah,
I have lots of paint. I
Okay.
used to do it 2 years ago.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, if
Now
they're
you're going
drugs,
back.
can I come over?
Katie Willis, we gotta leave. We gotta leave. I gotta get out of here. Gotta leave her alone. Hey, Katie. What'd you think, Katie?
I liked it.
Whoa,
I tried a
it's
little
an
bit
interesting way.
else there.
Yeah, that's gonna work out great for you. You're pulling out. It's really coming off the paint thing. You're painting on one of those sheets, right?
Yes,
Yeah, it really comes off nicely off that.
yeah,
Is that the oil primed one?
yes.
So yeah, you can see how clean it can really come off there. Great dog right now. Yeah, you did a great job on Fenrir. Thank you. He'll be.
Oh.
So what are you going to go do? Are you going to get some more, pull out some more colors and stuff and keep going?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that top and then work on I haven't finished him, haven't put his tail in.
No, but you got it. Hey, look you got it in the right spot. Basically, all you got to do is just do what Ava did. Just pull out the highlighter on the bottom and pull it off around the outside. Basically, silhouette it a little bit, and you got it. You got the shape fabulous. That's a really great shape. His head looks in proportion, looks good. Yeah, just keep pulling out that paint and see where it goes. And like if nothing else, if it doesn't work, you can just go ahead and paint it. It's like not a big thing. Where were you yesterday? Were you there yesterday?
Yeah, I lost internet about 1:30.
Oh, so you missed probably painting the dog.
Want to see it?
Yeah, I didn't get to see it.
Okay. Okay, let me see if I can.
I knew you'd nail the colors.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you did
Yeah.
a great job on him. You didn't need me for that. You really hit the colors really nice. That's wow.
I've got
Really
to
good brush stroke.
And thank you. Yeah, your colors are fabulous for this water. Just
Yeah, they're fun. They are
Hi.
fun. Thank you. Okay, let's see. The last person. Oh, we got to go to Mary Beth. Okay,
Yes.
we're going to Mary Beth at the end. Here we go, Mary Beth. She complained the whole way like usual. And look at this. That is
Wow.
pretty cool. You are on drugs.
Okay,
You're on
so
drugs.
yeah, okay, but wait a minute. When I'm holding this up here, it's funny. I don't see this until I hold it up. This blue here is like stops. It's like doesn't work with everything else, right?
Yeah, you can soften that edge and probably dull it down a little bit. It's a little bit, yeah, it's a touch bright, but
Okay.
also, yeah, it's a touch bright, but also there's that red brown in the waves that are it's gonna go through there too. You probably
okay.
looks like you started putting it in there, but it goes a little thicker. Sometimes that will
Oh
darken it
yeah, I
down
put
too
it
a little
really
bit.
thin. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. This is looking, that's really, really cool. I was thinking probably, you're going to have to go for a few bigger marks yet, bigger
okay.
area marks
Okay,
above
they're
his
too
head.
small?
And to the,
Okay.
yeah, they're just a hair too small.
Okay,
But don't get rid of the ones you have. I think it's really combining them. And I like the little ones you have will be perfect for like the background. I mean, that's the size you could go for the background. Just keep putting them in,
okay,
stagger them. That's the thing, is staggering those dots so they don't line up too much
okay.
back in the back, and having a few big ones in between. Yeah, you're just a little bit fabulous dog though. I thought you did a great job on him.
Thank you. Well, I think this is the
Okay,
fourth
yeah,
time I
just-
painted your dog.
Yeah, I can't. They are cheap. They are cheap models. What do I want? What can I say?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, just get a little bit of water light underneath his belly. You can thin
okay.
him out. You can use that to thin him out a little bit. There's a little bit, just a tinge of blue near his back leg underneath there. That's what I put in.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, just make a few bigger marks than you got, because they're certain, they feel a little bit of the same. And then think about a little bit more line on the left side, just a little more.
This side. Okay,
Yeah, you
right.
start putting them in a line and stuff,
Yeah,
but
they're
you can be, yeah.
Okay.
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 Really good. I mean, you got the dog done. Just more highlights, really strong highlights on them, and they'll really finish them off. When you get and they're just, the highlights are only in the back and to the sides. There's nothing too much in the face.
You're right.
So,
Okay.
okay. Great job.
Thank you.
That's it. That's a wrap. Congrats on everybody. Good job for following along and trying this little exercise of removing paint and creating the highlights by removing paint. And I just thought, yeah, this is kind of fun, just because when you get into it, you can start to see how interesting it can be, can look, and leave such a different mark on things. Next week, I said, yeah, I'll be in, I got a workshop next weekend, but after that, we have 2 more classes. And if you guys have any suggestions need something painted, or, interested
Got a Siamese
in an
cat.
area.
Siamese cat, Siamese cat.
I don't think we have a choice, do we?
Or what about a combination of like a Siamese and a calico, Allison?
Oh, yeah, I don't mind it. I just find that seal color is so difficult to do. So
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be nice to
Okay.
learn that. Yeah, I can send you about
All right.
100,000 photographs.
Okay, all right. You have sent me a few. So the other, I didn't
I
get
can send you
100,000.
better.
All right. No, fine. I'll be happy to try it out. If everybody else is okay with something like that.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
they have no choice. I can just,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you,
and
guys.
then,
Thank you for indulging.
I know you missed. I know we feel bad. You missed most of the classes, so we probably, to make it up, one class we will go
Thank
towards the UK and finish one off. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Good portrait of a cat, or even if it's more of a lifestyle, is always good too. That way, you know, everybody can get a feel for a cat. That's great. So no, fine. Send me a few. Let me see what I can we can come up with.
Okay,
Hey,
All right.
thank
Jim,
you.
Yeah.
quick question about next week's workshop over the weekend. Is
Yeah.
there, do they have easels there or do we bring our own?
Yeah, they have easels set up for you. They have easels and tables. So you don't have to bring anything but your paint. I should have new paint by then. They sent it out. So I'll have paint there if you want, and I will have some other paper, oil paper and stuff for sketches if you want to do that, but probably just two decent canvases. And we'll be, we will not probably be painting dogs though next week. It's gonna be more light, looking for light in bright areas probably. So landscapes and seascape or something like that.
Cool. All right.
Okay. Anybody else? And see. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see you guys all next week or 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Bye.
Thank you
Jim.
very much.
All right.
Nice to see you guys again.
Okay,
Yes,
glad you're
bye,
back,
guys.
Elf.
Welcome
Your
back.
house.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.